Good evening. It's Sunday. Today is, I believe, the 22nd of March. It's been a week, and today was hard to find a poem or a song or a reading to share. I kept getting confused, and I think that may be a little bit of the theme today. I have a confusion of hope and thoughtfulness and inappropriate humor and gratitude over and over. I think the biggest piece is that I feel different feelings about every 10 minutes. That's maybe the biggest piece. So I'm not going to worry about the poem matching what I want to say. The biggest piece that occurs to me is how much empathy is important. I continue to be bothered by the response to what's happening with health and with people's work and with their ability to be freely moving about the world, and how do I respond, and how do people I know respond, and how does the culture respond. And maybe more than we want to recognize, we want a compassionate, empathetic response from our leaders. And after many weeks of inappropriate response and unsympathetic response from the highest leaders, the federal leaders, and inappropriate statements about what states are responsible for versus the federal government, etc. There should be plans for these things, and some of them have been set aside, and it's not always truthful. So I don't want to be political, really, but what I'm happy about is that we are seeing empathetic responses from governors all over our country. Republicans, Democrats. I have no idea if some of them are independent governors. That may be possible. But that empathy and our compassion toward everybody matters, because this is a weird time. I have no idea if this is 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 months, 6 months. None of us do. It's discombobulating. And so I was trying to think of who to share today, and I thought of Maya Angelou, whose writing I love because she's so truthful and compassionate and funny. And I guess I'm thinking about us regular people standing up for each other and for our culture and for our health and our ability to get through this and thrive. So this is a poem that I'm going to read off the screen. Our printer doesn't have, I can't print it right now. So anyway, this is a really wonderful poem by Maya Angelou called Still I Rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room? Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high, still, I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard? You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I'll dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise, up from a past that's rooted in pain I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Now, my people, as far as I know, were never enslaved, so please forgive me if that felt inappropriate, but I just love her attitude. And I think that some of us feel as if we're not important. So symbolically, this one, her message stands in for all of us who think that maybe people are trying to ignore regular folk. I worry about people who live on tips and people who work for hourly wages and contractors. And I'm a contractor, and I'm really lucky to have work that will continue, and a lot of my friends don't. So I'm waiting to see what happens next, and I'm crossing my fingers, and I'm laughing inappropriately and looking for ways to find beauty. I went for 2 walks today, I sang for an hour, and I watched 2 hours of ridiculous, trashy television, and that's it. I hope you're all well, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you didn't like that one, tell me. And if you have suggestions, I'm always looking. Thanks and good night. Be well.